So for housekeeping, this is the second Werewolf Cup game. Just remember, game is being recorded. So if everybody here should be okay with that. Seems like it. We're going to have 8 minutes per day. Please do verbalize your nominations in seconds, if possible. I will try to call out who nominated and who seconded for Adam's benefit, but if we can keep that clear, makes it better. I do want to thank Adam for all of his work that he does with these Werewolf Cup games, putting this all together and being in the background and scoring all of this. I know it's a lot of work, so give him a brief little round of applause for all of that and all of the other work that he does for this group. It's good to have reasons to get together and play. Let's see here. I'm going to send out a document to everybody. Should be edited now. And now with this game, in light of all that Adam does for us, I've decided to include you all on a little bit of a joke at Adam's expense. So this is going to be a little bit of a trolling game. I'm very excited for it. I think it'll be fun to play, but I also think it'll be fun for Adam, because my goal with this, and for context, Adam gave us a sheet of rules that us moderators have to abide by for these cup games so that he's able to score everything. And I have followed that to the letter. But my goal with this game was to make scoring it as much of a challenge and introduce as much ambiguity and contention to the final scores as I possibly can, within reason. So hopefully Adam has some fun trying to decipher what he needs to do with this game. And yeah, so a little bit of light trolling. To be clear, this is for fun. To be clear, I'm not like hiding anything from Adam. All of the information is publicly available for him to score. There's just maybe some things that he'll have to make some decisions on. The cup, if he has any questions, he's happy to. I'm happy to answer them in the chat for him. But I'm going to be putting that all together. And I do want to remind everyone that Adam is the final judge in terms of all scoring things, and this is all for fun. So let's not get too mad at the end if there's anything, that he has to make a call on. So we can go over the roles for this game. I think Brandon did a good job of explaining how it works. Everybody here has played before except for Ian. We do have nominations during the day. So if you feel like somebody's suspicious or you want to nominate somebody, just say, I nominate, Alex, and then I need a second from somebody. Again, please verbalize that. In this game, we're going to have two teams. We've got the village and the werewolf team. The village team trying to kill the werewolves. Werewolf team is waking up at night and killing villagers. Villagers in this game with no special ability. Your seeing role is going to be a confused seer. So they are going to wake up each night and they're going to target a player to learn what their alignment is. And that is going to correspond to two different symbols that I will give them, either village or werewolf. And they're going to have to figure out which symbol means what. There's not going to be anything that definitely tells them one way or the other. Your protection role is going to be a leprechaun mason. So they wake up each night and see who the werewolf's target is. They can choose to switch that target to a neighbor, so either up in number or down in number, and they can never switch themselves. So if the werewolves target them, they're dead, notwithstanding other things that could happen. And they cannot switch the same target twice in a row. So if they switch it from me to Lucas, and then the werewolves target me again the next night, they can't switch me. This is also a Mason role, so anybody who talks about the Masons will be killed. Nobody can talk about the Masons. Nobody can say the word Mason. Ian, since you're new, I will give you a one-time kind of grace period if it happens, but just so you know, don't say the word Mason. Don't talk about Masons. It's just a silly role. We're going to have the bookkeeping error. This is a role that I came up with. They wake up each night and target a player to receive 1 point towards Adam's Werewolf Cup 2022 scoring. They can target themselves. They can never target the same player more than once per game. So if everybody that's left in the game has been targeted previously, their ability ceases to function. I will note that I haven't cleared this role with Adam, so he is. It's certainly possible that he won't like this, and he'll deprive you of the only thing that your role does. If that happens, then please direct all complaints to Adam. That's not my fault. In addition to that, we're going to have a Sasquatch. They will turn into a werewolf if the village does not kill during the day. If they are targeted by the werewolves, the Sasquatch will also become a werewolf. And then we're also going to have one of either of these roles. You're either going to have a bus driver. The bus driver wakes up each night and they will choose two. Those two players are going to be swapped to the other one. So if the seer check, if the bus driver says Alex and Adam and the seer checks Adam, they're actually going to be receiving information about me. And then the other role that you might have if you don't have a bus driver would be the moderator's discretion. It's basically a plain villager, but I can choose to redirect the werewolf's kill to that role for any reason at any point for moderator's discretion. We also have the werewolf team. You will have a wolfman. They are a werewolf. They're going to appear to the seer as a villager. And you'll also have a dream wolf. They're on the werewolf team, but they don't wake with the werewolves until the first wolf is killed. So you've got those roles for sure. We're also going to have a little bit of a special effect. Each morning, I'm going to announce a special effect that's going to affect either the day or the night. Usually it's going to be the day, in a way that will be explained by me at the time. And you will hear more about that as the game goes on. So I'm going to send out roles. If anybody has any questions, definitely let me know. And I'm going to try to get this started as soon as possible. So if everybody's ready to start, we can get going. Does everybody have a role? Or I should say, does anybody not have a role? All right, then we'll get started. Everybody can go to sleep. Oyasumi me o tojite.
Guessing I should close my eyes, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Please close your eyes. I will mute everybody. And I'm just going to wake up all my roles. Bus driver, if you're in the game, you can wake up. You won't be bus driving anything today. You can go to sleep. Can I get my non-dream wolf werewolves to wake up? You should see this many. Thank you. You can go to sleep. Let's see here. That role is not in the game. That one's not in the game. Don't have to call that. Can I have my dream wolf wake up just to confirm that you know who you are? Thank you. Can I get my bookkeeping error to wake up? Bookkeeping error. I'll allow you to act night zero if you would like to give me a name. Thank you. Can I have my Sasquatch wake up so I know who you are? Thank you. You can go to sleep. Wolfman, wake back up. Thank you. Can I have my moderator's discretion wake up? Thank you. You can go to sleep. And can I have my confused seer wake up? Confused seer, who would you like to check? Or should I not let you check? I don't know. I'll let you check, sure. I'm running a tight ship here. Thank you. And finally, my leprechaun mason. Leprechaun mason, you can wake up. Thank you. Nobody dying tonight. So I believe that is everybody. So everybody can wake back up. Meo hiraite kudasai. And today we're going to have, I told you we're going to have 8-minute days, but today is going to be the day of the berserker. So how the day of the berserker works is you have a 3-minute day, and the first player to successfully nominate someone and receive a second is going to be day protected today. So your time, your 3 minutes will begin in now.
I nominate Jerry.
I second Jerry.
Second.
All right, there's a second. I got Davey nominating Jerry and a second from, was that Brandon?
Lucas.
who-
Davey said, no, somebody, Lucas said it.
Yeah,
Lucas, the
I
one that
second.
actually
Lucas
said it.
second. Okay. All righty, perfect. Well, I will mute everybody. And Jerry, you can unmute and give your defense. And Davey will be day protected today.
Never have I been so glad for an ivory tower as I have been this game. Okay, we have so much information going on. Everybody's good apart from someone who I have no idea who that is yet, so don't kill me. I'm on the village team, don't kill me at all.
All right, so we are voting on Jerry's life. When I'm going to give a signal, 3, 2, 1, vote. You're going to use your thumb to either vote up if you want to save Jerry or vote down if you want to kill Jerry, and the majority vote will win here. So voting on Jerry's life, 3, 2, 1, vote. See, 1, 2, 3. It looks like 1 down. That is not enough, and your day continues.
I picked you, Jerry, because you had an ivory tower, so I knew that was a safe bet.
Kwame, why'd you vote down?
You got an ivory tower. What's it matter?
So
Not true.
whoever the confused is, whatever symbol you got is the villager symbol, because we have a wolfman, we have a dream wolf, we have a Sasquatch. They will all
Right.
show up as villager. So you got
So
the villager
I
symbol.
am the confused seer, and I can't talk about what symbol I saw.
Sure, that's no problem.
That's
Was it a
just
Fight
that's
Club
just
poster?
rude.
Was it a Fight Club poster?
Who?
I'm gonna
Right,
nominate
okay.
Brandon.
Can somebody speak English?
There's a nomination for Brandon. Do I have a second?
Said something about Fight Club because you couldn't speak
Oh.
about it.
Oh yes. Oh okay. Sorry.
Okay, I'm taking that one away.
Why Brandon?
That does make sense.
Oh,
I forgot about that.
Because we had limited time and I didn't want it to get away
Right.
and I wanted to hear someone who.
But what do you want him to say? Hello.
Well, there's different roles in here that we haven't played with, so he could give a perspective if he chose to.
I mean, I like what Lucas said. That's something I hadn't actually considered for the confused seer.
But there's no likings in the game, so if the
Yeah.
confused seer gets a different symbol than everyone else, then we found the
How long-
They can't.
we don't
Unless
know
we
that-
let the
Right.
After we
Sasquatch
kill a
show.
werewolf.
Yeah.
But we don't know that aren't any playing werewolves.
They will always get the villager symbol
Right.
until we don't kill anyone or we kill a werewolf.
Well,
Uh,
but do we kind of have to kill somebody because there is a Sasquatch?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Okay, hey, so moderator question.
Sure.
Are we, if we were to vote for somebody, if that person doesn't die, but we actually voted for them to be killed, would the Sasquatch remain a Sasquatch or would they
If the
turn?
village votes to kill, regardless of whether they die or not, that counts as the village killing. So
That's
the
nice gaming
Sasquatch
of the
wouldn't
system,
turn.
Brandon.
Yeah.
No.
I like
I'm
that.
just making sure. I was just making sure.
Oh no.
Yeah, because
Well, in that case, it makes sense to do that to me then, so we don't have a Sasquatch turn today because I can't die today.
But
Yeah.
I'm not going to get the minus points for voting down on Jerry.
We're here to play this game, not for the point.
That's the dilemma.
All right, I'm gonna nominate Brandon again.
There's a nomination for Brandon. There's a second from Guami. So Sonia nominated Brandon and Guami seconded. So Brandon, you can unmute and give your defense.
I'm on the village team, but I'm nothing special. So, I mean, if you vote me out, it won't be that big of a deal. And at least I get an ivory tower for next game. So there you go. And it's one less person for the confused seer to, I don't know, get non-good information on. I guess they could get information on me because then they could see the same symbol that they saw yesterday and confirm me, which would be good. But either way, I'm not that really, I don't mind that much if I was to die. It wouldn't be that big of a deal. So I'm gonna vote up, and I would suggest that, but it's not.
All right, we're voting on Brandon's life. Again, up to save Brandon, down to kill Brandon in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 3 down. That is not enough. Your day continues with 38 seconds.
I'd be willing to vote down on Jerry and lose points if we could keep people alive, because I don't have many suspicions within 3 minutes.
Yeah, I didn't have suspicions on Brandon until the last thing he said, and then that triggered me.
I nominate Jerry.
There's a nomination for Jerry, and there's a second
I
from
second
Brandon.
Brandon. I see. Yeah, Brandon seconds.
So Guami nominated Jerry. Brandon seconded. Jerry, you can unmute and give your defense. Third nomination.
Yeah, you can chuck me on the pyre, but it miraculously reigns from the god of the ivory tower. I'm still on the village team.
All right. So we are voting for Jerry, up to save, down to kill. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down and 4 up, looks like. So you have chosen to kill Jerry, but Jerry has an ivory tower. Everybody can go to sleep. What a wonderful day and wonderful game. Make sure everybody's muted. Can I have my bus driver wake up? Bus driver, who would you like to bus drive today? I need 2 names. And all night actions that target those 2 names will be switched. Thank you. Can I have my werewolves wake up? Werewolves. Who would you like to kill? Thank you. Can I have my bookkeeping error wake up? Bookkeeping error. Who would you like to give points? Remember, you can't give points to the same players. Thank you. Can I have my confused seer wake up? Confused seer, who would you like to check tonight? Thank you. You can go to sleep. And finally, can I have my Leprechaun Mason wake up? Leprechaun Mason, this is the person who's targeted tonight. Would you like to switch that? Give me an up or down. Thank you. All righty. And I think that is everything. So everybody can wake up. Asa ukite. And last night, we did have a death. Sadly, Davy is no longer among us. Davy, you have been killed. Davy was on the village team. And you have an 8-minute day, but today is going to be, or should I say, tonight is going to be the night of the migraine. Now, how the night of the migraine works is that all night actions that are going to target players, so this would be the seer, the werewolves, the bookkeeping error, they're going to be randomly reassigned to the right or the left. There's going to be a 50% chance of each. And the actual targets, I'm going to show that to Adam at night so he knows who was actually targeted. So just so you know, if you want to target somebody, you might want to target somebody, to the left or the right of them. And maybe you have a chance of getting them. Who knows? You have 8 minutes.
Poor Adam.
This is just going to make my information completely useless.
I'm sacrificing sleep for this.
Hey, at least you understand it when he's speaking in Japanese, Lucas. There is a plus to it.
All he's saying is wake up and go to sleep all the time.
今日8分があります。
8 Minuten, 8 minutes left.
Yes, hot balloon air mass. Correct.
I mean,
Oh,
this
boy.
is like
So,
Gomez says,
here's the
this
thing.
Seer use info will be useless the whole most of the game till we kill a
Here's the
werewolf.
thing. Here's the thing. I don't think I'm gonna survive long enough in order to get useful information. So I'm gonna just come out right now as the confused seer. I know Gwami said he was, but I think he's just like joking and add confusion. I don't even think it's like one of those things where I'm like really counterclaiming him. But I would see myself as somebody that would probably end up getting voted against today because of my defense yesterday. So I feel like I just might as well just come out now, and then that way we have one less person to target, like when we like vote somebody out, like trying to find a wolf.
It's fine. There is a bus driver. They could just swap us.
This may be a bus driver.
Unless it was Davey.
Yeah, that's also true. But yeah, I mean, I have my symbols are so. Alex showed me a picture of like Adam in his corner, basically. That's what the symbol is. Adam in his corner. It's like a screenshot of Adam in his corner.
Okay, Brandon, I totally believe you because Alex is a troll. That's his role.
So
It's a believable story.
So you're gonna have to pay close attention when your sign switches.
Maybe it's just the other way around, like mirrors.
Oh yeah.
Right. It could be from the other corner.
Would Alex be enough of a troll to just like do a mirrored image of Adam
Yeah.
with the wolf symbol?
Yes, Jerry. Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking.
No, but like as in show the mirrored symbol for the person who actually is a wolf. But yeah.
I'd like to nominate Ian.
There's a nomination for Ian. Do I have a second for that?
I'll second.
There's a second from Brandon. So Sonia nominated and Brandon seconded. Ian, you can unmute yourself and give your defense.
I have very little clue what's going on. Feels unfair. I am on the village team. I've not woken up. I have absolutely no idea what I have done to be suspect.
All right. We will vote for Ian. Up to save Ian, down to kill Ian. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. It's 1 down. That is not enough. And your day continues.
Just wanted to hear from you. So you didn't get lost.
Your game is very aggressive tonight, Sonia.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, that's because I was quiet the last game, and so yeah.
But you were
points, baby.
Can I revenge nominate Sonia?
Oh yeah.
Sure.
You certainly can.
Yeah.
I will do that, please.
Okay.
I second.
Ian, and there's a second from Lucas. So Sonia, you've been nominated by Ian, seconded by Lucas. Please unmute, give your defense.
I feel like I'm a player of many colors. If I'm loud and assertive, then I'm guilty. If I'm quiet, I'm guilty. So yeah, I should win the cup. Anyways, I'm gonna give a very obtuse reference. If you keep me in the game, $10 could be yours.
All right. We are voting on Sonia's life. Up to save, down to kill. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 3 down and 5 up. So you've not killed Sonia. Your day continues.
That's $40.
I appreciate all those who got my obtuse reference.
So, Sonia, I just would like to clarify something because this is why I voted up. Are you Are you referring to Draco or are you referring to accounting?
Oh, how about I reference 1930? How about that? 1925, 1930. How about that? I can't just, I gotta get
Okay.
this one. I got-
Okay. All right. All right.
Where's your
know
head?
what
Where's
any of this
Chris's
means.
head at?
My
Where's your head? I haven't heard you speak at all yet.
my head is that Sonia is acting suspicious, and I think she might be a wolf. Other than that, nothing really stands out from anybody who would say that. Like, people that did things that make me think they are clearer than they are wolves. So my only really suspicion is Sonia at this point.
Did you understand my reference, Chris?
No, but I still think you're suspicious.
Obviously, if she still accuses you.
I know. Just
Uh,
making sure.
but that. How are we doing on time? Okay. Okay. All right.
Good enough.
So I'm gonna check Lucas tonight. Now
It's useless.
I will hold up. Wait a minute. Here's the thing though. You have to determine whether that means I'm checking Lucas or whether I'm checking Sonia, because stuff switches to the right. So I could write down Guami's name potentially, or I might write down Lucas's name.
Oh, there. Sonia's next to me.
I think you should check Ian. That's what I think.
So does that mean I should check
Ian.
Guam? So should I write down Guami or should I write down?
Write down me.
Not. I mean, Ian or Chris. Who should I write down?
Oh, Guami would be actually best.
You should write down me.
You can get Ian or me. But again, as long as we don't kill anyone or we don't kill anyone, the information is useless.
Yeah,
Any information you have gotten so far is
we-
also useless because Sasquatch will turn, Dreamwolf will turn.
Yeah, we definitely have to kill somebody.
Yeah, we have to.
So,
2 minutes.
I'm definitely worth the final 3 for everyone. So
I will. Oh man. Oh gosh.
I don't know either.
Chris, why don't you nominate somebody?
Jerry,
Who would you nominate?
Jerry, who do you think we should? Who do you think is suspicious?
Why am I okay? Honestly, I think Sonia as well. That's why I wrote it down on her. I don't get the reference. I'm not very good with obtuse references if it's historical literature. And I didn't get it.
Okay.
Okay. All right. I nominate Jerry.
There's a nomination for Jerry, and there's a second from Sonia. So I'm going to mute everybody. And Jerry, you can unmute. You've been nominated by Brandon, seconded by Sonia.
Okay, so I'm being nominated because I didn't understand the reference. Okay, well, I'm on the village team and I have a role, but I don't want to say what it is yet, but don't do it. Don't kill me today.
All right, we're voting on Jerry. Up to save Jerry, down to kill Jerry. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. It is 1, 2, 3 down is not enough. So if there's a Sasquatch still in the game, you are now on the werewolf team and everybody can go to sleep. All right. Can I have my bus driver wake up? You are not affected by the migraine. Who would you like to switch if you're in the game? Thank you. Werewolves, who would you like to target? Remember, this is the night of the migraine. Your target will be switched left or right, 50% chance. Okay, thank you. You can go to sleep. show Adam the target. Can I have my bookkeeping error wake up? Bookkeeping error, who would you like to give points to? Remember, it is switched left or right. Just give me the name. Thank you. Showing Adam who was targeted. Can I have my confused seer wake up? Confused seer, who would you like to check? Remember, once again, you're checking the person to the left or the right, and you don't know which. Thank you. And I'm going to show Adam who that was for. If and then finally, can I have my leprechaun mason wake up? This is the person who the werewolves are targeting tonight. Would you like to switch that up or down? Thank you. And everybody can wake up. We did have a death last night. Sad to say that Brandon, you have died. Brandon was on the village team. And you have another 8-minute day. Today is going to be the day of the diplomat. Now, how the day of the diplomat works is before each vote today, I'm going to randomize this. A random player is going to be selected to abstain. That player will not have a vote. However, they may choose to put their thumb up or down during the vote in solidarity with their voting compatriots. You can make of that what you will.
What again? I didn't pay attention. Sorry.
So before each vote today, one of you is randomly going to be selected. It's kind of like the bartender. You can't vote. You do not have a vote, but you're allowed to put your thumb up or down if you want to, or you can just leave it down.
Okay.
Up to you.
Thanks.
Alex really wants to make Adam's life hell.
And it's
So-
different for each vote.
Yes.
Okay. Great.
You have
So-
8 minutes.
So why did Brandon die?
That is a good question.
Wouldn't that work if the werewolves had targeted someone left or right of Brandon? Isn't that correct?
But the leprechaun would still have been told.
What if
I don't know.
Or the
I don't
bus
know.
driver could have changed it, right?
Oh, right.
I mean, David could have been a leprechaun. That's
That
the only
would be
thing.
very bad luck.
That's
for
the
us.
only thing that I can think of.
Alex, can the bus driver target the same people each night? Or does you to
They
target-
can't target the same 2 people. They can, if one of the people is the same, that's fine, but they can't target the same 2 people.
Okay, so I'm the bus driver And last night I targeted me and Sonia because I thought that Brandon would be safe enough for the wolves for him not to be killed, because you were still getting information based when there was no outed werewolf with the Sasquatch not turning up. But then, because my information stuck, but then everything else shifted.
Wait.
Lucas, do you have any information?
No,
Chris,
I
do you
don't
have
have
any
information at all.
information? Ian?
No information.
But I'm not sure if I trust Jerry's claim. And I think either Sonia or Chris is a wolf, but I'm not sure which of the two.
You're doubting me, you said, Lucas?
I'm doubting one of you two, yeah. I'm not sure which of you two.
Alex, how do I
Will you
nominate
trust-
a player?
Just
You
nominate
just
them.
say,
Just say,
I nominate.
Ian
yeah.
nominates Jerry.
all right, I have a nomination for Jerry. Do I have a second? There's a
I
second from
second.
Lucas. So I've stopped your timer. Jerry, you can unmute. You've been nominated by Ian, seconded by Lucas.
okay, well, Lucas has trusted me enough for this game, so I'm not quite sure what shifted. But the fact that Ian has downvoted on me lots of times,
Also-
he was already dead. Sorry?
No, finish your defense. Sorry.
Okay. So the fact that Ian was voting down on a lot of people, me included quite a few times, and I am the bus driver, and I did swap, and my swap was the only one that stayed true. Like everybody else has shifted to the left and right. I don't want to say I'm suspicious of Ian because it's the first time I played with him, and I don't like going up against people who I think knew. I don't, although from the sounds of it, he's played with you guys before. I still didn't trust Sonia, and now I don't think I trust Ian either.
All right. So before this vote, Chris, you are abstaining. You're the diplomat for this vote. So you don't get a vote, but if you would like to put your thumb up or down, you're more than welcome to. And we will be voting on Jerry's life, up to save, down to kill, voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. 1, 2, down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, up. That is not enough. Jerry survives. Your day continues.
I don't know what I think about you, Jerry. But I still am thinking Ian is a wolf.
I'm leaning that way too.
And I'm wondering if Lucas is too. If Lucas was a
that's what I'm
Sasquatch.
wondering.
If
What
I
if
had been a wolf, I would have done with a Jerry. I'm much more suspicious of Sonia and Ian than voting on Jerry.
I am your most basic of villagers.
Which may make sense because he is new. So would Alex give him a village role?
I think it's randomized.
Yeah, I also think
Randomize
say
all of
random.
the rolls.
Sure.
I will happily vote down my own death if you want to test me.
no,
No.
no,
Hmm.
you have already lost 2 villages.
Yeah, we've got to be spot on this time.
I don't know. Lick, are you saying something? Because you're muted and have been like the whole
No,
game.
she won't speak till day 6. Problem is now, if we start with a guaranteed, were the 2 wolves guaranteed, Alex?
The 2 wolves that were on the sheet are guaranteed. Yes.
So now we have 3 wolves.
Then we have a problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's Jerry.
It's not me.
I don't
You
think
wait.
it's Jerry.
It's
Not
Jerry.
I also don't
I've-
think it's Jerry.
I've never played this game before. I probably have no idea what I'm talking about. Purely on social and speed of speech, it's Jerry.
Jerry's always speedy.
I speak very fast. What was,
Yeah,
so Lucas,
probably.
It's just a Jerry thing.
So Lucas, sorry, I didn't say, do you trust me or do not trust me, Lucas?
I voted up on you, so I trust you, Jerry. I just wanted to hear one final defense.
Okay. So
I'm fine with Sonia or Ian.
I'm trusting Sonia.
Okay.
I don't.
I'm not trusting Chris.
That's fine. I trust myself. It's as long as I know I'm innocent.
You're
No, but
upset.
I'm between Sonia and Ian too, but I also
Problem is
think
if we
Lucas
get-
could be a wolf.
If we get
We-
this wrong, Village are going to lose this today.
Right.
Now.
Right.
I mean, does the Dream Wolf know they're Dream Wolf? Or do they count as a villager?
The dream.
The
Alex?
moderator question.
Yeah, but does the Dream Wolf? If we vote out a villager now, will the wolves win with the Dream Wolf not turned?
The Dream Wolf is on the werewolf team. They know that they're a werewolf.
Okay. Yeah, then we need to be spot on. Yeah.
And they just don't know who the werewolves are yet because we haven't killed one yet.
I don't remember if the Dream Wolf counts towards parity or not. I'll get back to you on that in just a moment.
We kind of we kind of need to know that, Alex.
Yeah, I know.
So if it's
Yeah,
parity-
we do need that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't usually think I count the Dream Wolf towards parity until they're actually waking up with the wolves.
That's fair. So we have another date.
We've got question
I'm
mark.
gonna nominate
I mean-
Chris.
There's a nomination for
Wait a
Chris. Is
second.
there a second? There's a second from Guami.
We still have a third nomination.
Mute everybody. And Chris, you can unmute and give your defense. This was nominated by Sonia, seconded by Guami.
I'm on a village team. And no, I still think Sonia is my highest suspect, followed by Ian. Then there's a blank, and then there's Lucas, kind of in the maybe not suspicious, maybe suspicious space. I'm not sure, but I think Sonia is bad. And I feel Ian is also bad. I am good, and I believe Jerry. I don't know anything about Flick or Guami. That's all I have. That's not more than I had before, but this is what I have. I'm on the village team. Please vote up. Let's put up one of those two.
All right. Everybody is voting on Chris. This is the second nomination, I believe. Before this vote, Lucas, you are abstaining for this vote. You're welcome to, thumb up, thumb down if you want. You don't have a vote. And we're voting on Chris. Up to save, down to kill in 3, 2, 1, vote. See, 1, 2, 3 down and 1, 2, 3 up. That is a tie. So Chris is alive and your day continues.
Close one.
So normally what has happened before is we'll have a question mark on one player, but a lot of people, but then there's like a name that's banded together, and majority of that is Ian. Do we want to, because like a lot of people are sus of Ian and some people are sus of Sonia.
Oh my god, it's
The
Chris.
only
Sorry.
thing is that I'm like 30% on him now, I think, just based on meta playing. But no, I agree with you on that, and we have to get the werewolf this time. I mean, we have to.
Now I'm leaning toward Lucas or Flick. I don't know.
I'd rather go for
Right
Sonny
back,
than
guys.
Ian.
Purely social. It's Chris and Jerry. I didn't even
my God, this is chaos.
I didn't even vote down for like the first 4 rounds. It's like
It's not me, and I don't think it's
I've
me
done
either.
nothing to bring suspect.
You don't think it's Lucas?
No, Chris
I
and
still think
Jerry.
it could be Lucas, but I think it's Ian trying to. I don't know, but
All right. Now I'm back to Chris.
you're welcome. But it's wrong. You're
Wait.
wrong with that.
Did anyone of us mention Guami? No, right?
He could
Nobody's
just
mentioned
slipping
me. I don't
through.
know why.
I don't have immediate suspicion on him, but he could just slipping through. But I'm on Sonia and Ian. Like,
There's always a question mark in my mind with Guami, just because I played with him much, but every game I played with him recently, he's always been a wolf. That's
And I
just,
feel like-
I'm just keeping that one in the back of my mind.
I mean, I might overthink this, but I feel like Ian goes after people that are suspicious of him. Like, I don't know. This is-
Actually, Jerry, I have not been a wolf every time we've played. I've either been a wolf or lost.
As a lost as a wolf.
So I'm on the village team. So prepare to lose.
I go after people who are suspicious of me because I've done nothing to be suspicious.
I nominate Sonia.
Nomination for
I don't
Sonia.
like
Is
it.
there a second?
Really don't like it.
I'd rather go for Ian.
There's a second from Flick. So I'll mute everybody. That was nomination by Lucas, second by Flick. Sonia, you can unmute, give your defense.
I'm the bookkeeping error. There's a bank error in your favor. You get $10. Monopoly reference, the landlord game from the 20s, 30s. Come on, guys. It's not me.
All right, we are voting for Sonia, and Guami, you are abstaining, so you do not get a vote. You're welcome to put your thumb up or down, though. So we're voting on Sonia's life, up to save, down to kill. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. Looks like 1 down and 5 up. So Sonia, you're still alive. Sasquatch has already turned, and everybody can go to sleep. Yeah, wasn't that an interesting day? Can I get my bus driver to wake up? Bus driver, who are you switching tonight? Thank you. Can I have my werewolves wake up? Werewolves, who would you like to target? Thank you. Can I get my bookkeeping error to wake up? Bookkeeping error, who's receiving points? Thank you. Can I get my confused seer to wake up? Confused seer, who would you like to check tonight? Thank you. And can I get my leprechaun mason to wake up? Leprechaun mason, this is the person who is being targeted tonight. Will you switch that person up or down? Thank you. All right. Everybody can wake up. Last night, Guami died. Guami was on the village team. And today, we're going to have the day of the night. Let me explain how the day of the night works. So keep this, everybody listen. It's a little complicated, but it's very simple from your perspective. So the day of the night, werewolves can't win through parity, and all players living and dead are on the opposite team for this day. Villagers can win by achieving parity with the werewolves. So essentially what this means is if you are a village role, you're now a werewolf role. If you're on the werewolf team, you're now a village role. And it really doesn't make any difference from you as the player standpoint, because if you're a villager, you want to hide and, you know, avoid suspicion. If you're a werewolf, you want to kill the villagers today. But from Adam's perspective, it might be a little bit interesting. For example, you know, the village could win by achieving parity today, and then the village wins. And then how does that work? Who knows?
So we can enlist the dead?
Well, they're already dead. I'm just saying, like, if you were a villager and you died, you're currently on the werewolf team in case the werewolves win today.
This is so weird.
So literally, it makes no difference to you as players. You're still the same things that you are. It's just you've swapped alignments.
Lucas regrets all his life choices right now.
So, like, if you're a werewolf and you nominate a villager, is that like free points today? I don't know. Who knows? That's kind of up to Adam to make a decision. I don't know.
Was the Sasquatch guaranteed in this game?
Sasquatch was guaranteed in this game.
So
could have been Davey.
No, wouldn't.
So you have 8 minutes.
With the
Ian
Sasquatch, if the Sasquatch died
Jerry.
before if the Sasquatch died before being turned, no, it's Shepherd's villager.
It's a villager, yeah.
Yeah.
They're on the village team until they turn.
And Sonia, I really didn't get your reference. Must be some American.
Yeah, I also didn't get it.
I thought you were the leprechaun, and then when Brandon died, I was like, no way, Sonia's the leprechaun.
No, it's
But
a
bookkeeping
Monopoly
makes sense,
reference. It's a chance card.
Did I have a nomination there?
Yeah, Ian
No.
nominates Jerry.
Okay, Ian nominated Jerry. Do I have a second?
Come on.
Oh my goodness, that's so fishy.
Okay, I'm taking that one away.
Who did you switch around last night, Jerry?
Me and Ian.
And Guami died.
I'm glad we died.
She's not the bus driver.
Are you
No, I
the bus
am the
driver,
bus driver.
Ian?
No.
So why did the wolves not target Sonia or Jerry to out
Because
the
I'm the
rules?
giver of points. Are you kidding me? I said that I should be final 3.
Oh, no, it's probably Lucas the Wolf. He would never kill Sonia because she gives points at night. I nominate 9, I'm just kidding.
I'm surprised that Ian didn't die. I was like, why am I still alive?
Ian didn't die because he's the highest suspect during the day.
Your wolf
Yeah, but why
team
didn't Jerry die?
is
Sonia?
Yeah.
Jerry and Chris.
It's
I
not
think
me.
I still think it's Ian.
But we haven't heard from Flick either. So
No,
I
but
haven't forgot about Flick.
Jake said she'd talk if she had. Won't talk until day 6. unless
Did you really
I
roll
understand
a
that.
6, Flick? That's why I said D4, not D6.
She rolled a D20. What is your why are you so suspicious of me, Ian? Why? I want to know why I am so high in your kill list. Why do you want me dead so much?
Because I'm led to believe that you're an experienced player of this game.
I maybe played a lot of games, but I'm absolutely crap as a wolf.
But you've asked at least 2 rules clarification questions that I know the answer to as
In
the
terms
first
of
time playing
points
this
for the
game.
game, and we don't play with the Sasquatch very often, and I need to know because some moderators play with bus driver can't target
Jerry's good.
anybody, or some people can't. Some people do where they can. So
Yeah,
it's a case of clarify with moderator on which set rules they're playing with.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes, it depends on the moderator how they align it.
Yeah,
And also the-
questions about rules qualifications during the game are common. They don't typically what role somebody is.
I think rules clarifications are common, but having had a document shared to you that says there's a Sasquatch in this game to ask if there's one.
As a
But Alex-
bus driver,
Alex
I
is-
don't. Sorry, go on, Sonia.
Alex is chaotic, and so Jerry's just getting her bearings. It's okay. If Jerry's suspicious, it's not based on that, Ian. For us.
I also think Jerry and Chris's facial expressions are incredibly
Sure.
suspicious. Especially Chris.
Yes.
I don't know what I'm doing.
see
If I
that.
had to pick one of the 2, it's Chris.
But
I'm
is
just,
Ian
you know,
throwing?
Being my usually self with my face.
But
but
is
now you
Ian
said he's
throwing? Is
Since
Ian
I'm-
throwing you guys under the bus to get the limelight off of him? Also,
I'll
I
die all
think
day
so.
long.
I think
bring it
so.
on. Like,
I still
you know,
think it's Ian.
I
I was
welcome.
with Sonia, you cleared yourself. I believe you. So I'm back to Ian.
Yeah, and Jerry probably wasn't targeted because the werewolves are scared of the bus driver.
I'm gonna nominate Flick.
There's a nomination for Flick. Do I have a second?
For speaking only, because she'll hopefully give us some clarification. I'm
Okay.
not suspicious of her, but just for the talk.
So Sonia nominated Flick. Jerry seconded. Flick, you can unmute and give your defense.
I was in 2 minds as to whether or not I would actually defend or stay silent for this, because I'm just testing this out for other games. So I'm unsure if this will be the same way. I can see where Chris is coming from with the whole Ian thing, but that's because Ian, you're a new player, and I struggle with new players or people who are new to me to read, and you have done some things that have been odd. I can see where you picked up on Jerry with this. I'm not sus of Lucas, but I could be reading too much into that because I like Lucas and I don't want to be sus of Lucas, and it would hurt me if you were. But Jerry appears to be cleared. Sonia appears to be cleared, although I will say there's no way to actually prove that per se, and nobody's disproved that. So I'm taking that as cleared to an extent. So that leaves Chris, Lucas, and Ian. But Ian, just because you're the unknown to me, it's literally just because you're an unknown. That would be where I'd be leaning. And that'd be more for more information. And if we had like more players, I probably would lean heavier on that because that would give me more information, but we don't. And so I'm not sure. I don't want it to be Lucas because I like Lucas, but I also don't know if I've heard an awful lot, but I don't want it to be Lucas. But I can see where you're going with Chris. I can see where Chris is going with Ian. But to be fair, I genuinely thought Brandon was a bit sus at the start because that whole Sasquatch thing, and then other things that Brandon did, and then Davey suggested that Brandon was sus, and then Davey died, and then nobody went back to it, but I was staying quiet. But then Brandon wasn't, so take that as you will. But that was fairly sus, and none of us picked up on that, unless you did, Ian, and just didn't say.
All
But
right.
yeah, I'm going to go back to being delightfully silent. It's actually really fun.
All right. We're voting on Flick's life. Up to save, down to kill. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. I see 1 down and 5 up. Flick is still alive. Your day continues.
Like, you didn't say anything about yourself. I had to vote down.
But I agree with Flick, Ian, and Chris. And
I agree halfway. I agree with the Ian thing, not with the Chris thing, because that's wrong. But the Ian thing.
yeah,
Get Chris. Like,
I've been thinking you, Chris, since like day 2. So it's not like
whoever nominates Chris, I
I've-
will vote with them for the rest of the game.
I was thinking you
But then-
until day 2, Sonia. What a coincidence.
well, no, sure, but no, I was watching you, and then I was watching Ian also. So that's why I nominated him because I wanted him to be able to give a chance to speak, even though he was new.
I find it very interesting that the only person Ian votes up on is Flick, and I didn't want to vote down on Flick because I said I wouldn't. But that is a bit of a defense when Flick's a werewolf, but the fact that Ian was so quick to vote up on her.
I will vote up on anyone other than Chris and Jerry.
no, it's consistent, Jerry.
Yeah.
It's definitely something to think about.
Oh no, sure.
How many werewolf team roles can there theoretically be at this stage?
3. If David wasn't
Theoretically,
so-
yeah.
Like worst case scenario, there's 3.
Worst case is 3, yeah.
Okay. Is 3 likely?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
so if we
nominate
get
Ian.
this wrong,
Is
I
the
second that.
nomination for Ian and a second. I saw
Bang.
Chris's fingers first, so
Straight
I'm going
in
to count
there
that.
with Chris.
So Lucas nominated Ian, Chris seconded. Ian, you can unmute and give your defense.
I didn't even have a chance to take a breath before Chris seconded that. Like, Chris is werewolf team all day long. Kill me if you like. I am your basic villager.
All right. We are voting on Ian. This is the second nomination of the day. Up to save, down to kill. Voting in 3, 2, 1, vote. That is 5 down. You have
Brutal.
chosen to
Absolutely
kill Ian.
brutal.
And at this point, the village has parity, so the village wins. You've killed Ian. He was on the werewolf team. And Flick and Chris and Lucas, your dream wolf, win as the villagers. And everybody else, well, there weren't any other villagers, so it's just them.
Oh, wait. My team won.
Yeah.
I'm confused. Wait a minute. What?
Okay, I
Huh?
was like, what? Why is Ian
It's the
wrong?
day. It's the day
I
of
know,
the
I know,
night.
I know,
Everybody's
I
on
know. I
opposite
got it.
teams.
So
Oh,
I
so
read correctly.
so the
Chris and
werewolf
Flick over
won.
my team, right?
So
The team that was
The werewolf-
originally the werewolves won, but
Okay.
the switch to the
Okay.
villagers.
And
Okay.
it was
technically a
Lucas, Chris,
villager
and
win.
Flick, right? I knew it. Oh.
And everybody else was on the werewolf
I
team,
mean-
so you all lost.
I hope
Mm.
it gets extra points, and because my stalling of time and wasting of nominations was awesome all 3 days. In my
Who
We
was
get
the
extra points
original
for
werewolf
act-
team?
I mean, Sonia on the
So-
last day.
So I will
was
go over the
really
rules
good.
here. Let me mute everybody and I'll
Yeah,
explain
thanks for
everything that
sure.
happened here. This is kind of a crazy game. So Jerry was your bus driver. I don't think her bus driving ever came into play this game. Your werewolves were Flick, who was your wolfman. Chris was the Sasquatch. She turned, well, I think the second day. And then Lucas was a dream wolf, but you never actually woke up with the werewolves because you never killed a werewolf. And then Sonia was the bookkeeping error. We did have her giving herself points, and then Brandon points, and then some points got switched to Guami, and then she actually targeted Guami. So we'll see how Adam scores that. We have the confused seer was Brandon. We did have Davey was your leprechaun Mason, who unfortunately died right away. And then I think that's everything. There wasn't a moderator's discretion. I wasn't actually going to put that role in the game, but I wanted to troll a little bit. And yeah, it was a tough game to watch. It was tough for the village, but thankfully the village pulled it out in the end.
I found out the wolf symbol right before I died
Oh my
too.
god.
Yeah.
Oh, you checked
Do we-
Chris.
Yeah,
we
I checked Jerry again, and then so I got like Adam put on a yellow hat and then turned his face and covered it with his hand.
Do we get extra? Do we get points for actually managing to get rid of Brandon at night? This is crazy.
Yeah, that
Good
was
grief,
Sit
man.
up that
That-
night.
I was so salty. I was like,
I could have
I was
helped
like-
the village the most with my role, and I got picked off first just by happenstance.
oh, man. And Chris
Yeah.
and Flick were right there. So no matter what, we would have got somebody out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because I got the wolf symbol, and I used again. I looked at Jerry, and it was either one of her neighbors, and Chris and Flick were both her neighbors, so we could have got one of them right there. Oh god!
I was
So-
so scared picking between Ian and Chris. I'm like, oh no, if I pick wrong, I kill my werewolf buddy.
yeah, that
So
was
what was
it
Chris
was a
sorry?
bad switch during like the night of the migraine was supposed to kind of hinder the werewolves a little bit, but they actually switched into Brandon, and it was pretty
It's
brutal.
crazy.
It was fun.
Standing at the crossroads between a life